Good morning, students. Today, definition rectangular form of a complex number. A complex number is of the form x plus iy or x plus ya. Both are same, okay? Where x and y are real numbers. X is called real part and y is called the imaginary part of the complex number. Here complex number form is x plus iy. Here x is real part. X is what? Real part. Y is imaginary part. Okay. If x is equal to 0, the complex number is said to be purely imaginary. Are you understand? If x is equal to 0, that is the complex number form is x plus iy. X plus iy. Here x is equal to 0. What is the answer? That is only we get iy. This is purely imaginary part. We have only imaginary part. So if x equal to 0, the complex number is said to be purely imaginary. If y is equal to 0, if y is equal to 0, in our complex number form x plus iy, we substitute y is equal to 0, that is imaginary part is 0. Then what is the answer? Only we get x. So if y is equal to 0, the complex number is said to be real. X is a real part. Okay. So if y is equal to 0, the complex number is said to be real. 0 is the only number which is at once real and purely imaginary. 0 is only number, 0 plus I 0, okay, which is at once real and purely imaginary. It is customary denote the standard rectangular form of complex number x plus iy as z. We usually denoted z equal to x plus iy. Z equal to x plus iy. Okay, and we write x is equal to real part of z, y is equal to imaginary part of z. X is equal to what? Real part of z. Y is equal to what? Imaginary part of z. For instance, for example, here x minus I7. This is our real or one complex number. Here real part is what? 5. So we write real part of 5 minus I7. This is equal to 5. And the imaginary part, this is where is imaginary part? Minus I7. Here imaginary part is, we eliminate I, we get the answer minus 7. So imaginary part of 5 minus I7, this is equal to minus 7. Okay. Now the numbers of the form alpha plus I beta, where beta not equal to 0, are called imaginary, non-real numbers. Okay, imaginary numbers. The equality of complex number is defined as follows. The equality of complex numbers. Here equality of complex number, two complex numbers z1 is equal to x1 plus iy1, z2 is equal to x2 plus iy2 are said to be equal if and only if real part of z1 is equal to real part of z2, imaginary part of z1, this is equal to imaginary part of z2, that is x1 is equal to x2 and y1 is equal to y2. If two complex numbers are equal, both real parts are equal and both imaginary parts are equal. Here real part is x1 x2, x1 is equal to x2, and imaginary part, that is y1 y2, y1 is equal to y2. Okay. Next listen. We represent alpha plus I beta in a complex number as a point. Okay. Here we take real part, that is like x-axis, okay, and the imaginary axis, that is y-axis. We are going to represent alpha plus I beta. Alpha means x distance from origin, okay, that is on the real axis we denote alpha, and the imaginary axis we denote beta. So alpha plus I beta here. This is point form. Next, complex number by a position vector pointing from the origin to the point. Pointing from the origin, that is O. Okay. So complex number, that is O, from O to alpha plus I beta. This is position vector form. Okay. Next, complex number as a vector. Complex number as a vector. Here alpha plus I beta. Okay, next, for example, here some complex numbers are there. First one, we take 2 plus I minus 1 plus 2I, 3 minus 2I, 0 minus 2I, 3 plus square root of minus 2, minus 2 minus 3I, cos by basics plus I sin by basics, and 3 plus I0. Some of them are plotted in organ plane. We are going to represent in organ plane. Okay, these complex numbers are plotted in the organ plane. Okay, listen here. First we take 2 plus I here. So from real axis, we draw a real axis and the imaginary axis. Scale form is 1 unit. Okay, here 1 to 2 plus I. So real axis we take 2 units and the imaginary axis we take 1 unit. So 2 plus I is here. Okay. Next, minus 1 comma 2I. Minus 1, we take minus 1, that is real axis, minus 1 here, from 0 to minus 1, and 2I. So we take imaginary axis. So minus 1 comma 2, that is point form here. Next we take minus 2 comma minus 3I. Minus 2 from real axis. So minus 2. Next minus 3I, that is imaginary axis, we take minus 3 unit. So here this is our record point, minus 2 comma minus 3I. Next 3 comma 2I. 3 from the real axis. Okay, plus 3. Minus 2I. So coefficient of I, that is minus 2. This is from the imaginary axis. So both are plotted here, 3 comma minus 2. Okay, next, here complex number as points, complex numbers as vectors. Here vectors, that is we draw one line from the origin, 2 plus I from 0, that is we are going to 0 to 2 plus I, and 0 to minus 1 comma 2I, minus 2 comma minus 3I from the origin, and 3 comma minus 2I from the origin. This is represent complex numbers as vectors. Okay. Now scalar multiplication of a complex numbers. Now scalar multiplication of a complex numbers. If z equal to x plus iy and k belongs to R, then we define kz, that is we are going to multiplying z by k. First we multiplying real part, that is x. Real part is what? X. X is multiplied by k, and imaginary part iy. Imaginary part is y. So y is also multiplied by k. Okay, so k is equal to kx plus ky into I. In particular, 0 into z, that is equal to 0, and 1 into z, that is equal to z, minus 1 into z, that is equal to minus z. The diagram below shows kz. Diagram below shows kz. For k is equal to 2, 1 by 2, minus 1. Okay, we are taking 2, 3 constant values, that is 2, 1 by 2, minus 1. Listen, here we take z. First we denote z. Z is x plus iy, that is here is x plus iy. and we multiplying z by 2. So 2z is here. So 2z is here. We multiplying by z by 2. 2z is here. Next, the next diagram shows z is here and we multiplying z by 1 by 2. So half z, that is below the z. Okay. Here 1 by 2 into z. And third diagram shows first we represent z is here and we multiplying by minus 1, we get the answer minus z is below the x-axis. Okay. Now we are going to discussing addition of two complex numbers. We are going to discussing what? Addition of two complex numbers. So if z1 is equal to x1 plus iy1, okay, and we take z2 is equal to x2 plus iy2, where x1, x2, y1, y2 belongs to R. That is x1, x2, y1, y2 are real numbers. Okay, R means real numbers. Then we define z1 plus z2. z1 plus z2, that is first we write z1 equal to x1 plus iy1 and plus z2 is equal to x2 plus iy2. We are going to adding these two complex numbers. How do you add? Like terms should be added. That is, we have to add real numbers, that is x1 plus x2, and next we are going to add imaginary parts, that is y1 plus y2. So the answer is x1 plus x2 plus I into y1 plus y2. Okay, this is addition of complex numbers. Next, subtraction. z1 minus z2. Here z1 plus minus z2. Here z1 is x1 plus I y1. We multiplying z2 by minus. z2 by minus. So we multiplying real part by minus, that is minus x2, and imaginary part by minus, so minus iy2. Now here we are going to add two complex numbers. Okay, now x1 minus x2 here plus I, we taken out common number I, then y1 minus y2. So z1 minus z2 is equal to x1 minus x2 plus I into y1 minus y2. Once again listen. Subtraction of two complex numbers. First we write z1. Next we write minus z2. We adding two complex numbers, real part of two complex numbers and imaginary part of two complex numbers. We get the answer x1 minus x2 plus I into y1 minus y2. Okay, are you understand? Okay. Next, multiplication of two complex numbers, that is z1 into z2. z1 is what? x1 plus iy1. z2 is x2 plus iy2. Now we are going to multiplying these two complex numbers. How do you multiply? It's very simple. Ordinary multiplication is here. Okay, x1 into x2. Here we write x1 into x2. Once again listen. First we are going to multiplying x1 by x2. So I write x1 into x2. Next we are going to multiply x1 into iy2. Here I is up here, that is imaginary part. x1 iy2. So we taken out common factor I. We write x1 iy2 and iy1 into x2. Here also we have I. So we write y1 x2, that is x2 y1 in the imaginary part. Next we are going to multiply I y1 into I y2. So I into I square. What is the value of I square? Do you remember I square value is what? Do you know I square? That is I square is equal to what? Minus 1. So we write y1 into y2 I square, that is minus y1 y2. Once again I repeat it. First we multiplying x1 into x2 and next we multiplying I into x1 y2 here. Okay. Next I y1 into x2. Here we write x2 y1. First write x term and next write y terms. Okay. Next last one I into I square, that is minus 1. So y1 y2 is the real part. So we write group the real parts x1 x2 minus y1 y2 plus I into imaginary part is here x1 y2 plus x2 y1. So product of the two complex number is finished. Are you understand? Okay. Next, if z equal to x plus iy, okay, then iz, then we are going to multiplying I by z. So I into what is z? X plus iy. Now we multiply I by x, that is ix. Here we write second term ix. Then I by iy, this is I square y. What is the value of I square? Just I tell you, I square is equal to what? I square is minus 1. So here we write minus y. But minus y is the real part. Here there is no item. Here there is no item. So this is our real part. If we have I, this is the imaginary part. Here imaginary part is what? X. Real part is what? Yes, very good. Y minus y. Okay. Are you understand? Okay. Next, we are going to discussing some example sums. Okay. First sum, let z1 equal to 6 plus 7i. z1 is equal to what? 6 plus 7i. z2 is equal to 3 minus 5i. Then z1 plus z2, z1 minus z2. We are going to find the z1 plus z2. That is sum of two complex numbers. z1 minus z2. This is subtraction of two complex numbers. Okay. First 3 minus 5i. Okay. Plus 6 plus 7i. This is equal to 3 plus 6. First we added z1 plus z2. Okay. That is real parts. Real parts are added. 3 plus 6. Here 3 plus 6. Next we taking I is the common factor, then minus 5 is the coefficient of I. This is imaginary part. Here second term coefficient of I is 7. This is the second term imaginary part. Both terms are added. 3 plus 6, 9. 7 minus 5. Minus 5 plus 7 equal to 2. So 9 plus 2i. Okay. This is z1 plus z2 or z2 plus z1. Both are same. Are you understand? Okay. Next, z1 minus z2. So z1 is there. 6 plus 7i. Minus z2. That is 3 minus 5i. First we grouping real parts. That is 6 minus 3. This is the real part. Okay. Next we group the imaginary part. Here we write imaginary part out of the bracket. Okay. Here the coefficient of I is 7. Here the coefficient of I is minus 5. But here also 1 minus, because z1 minus z2. So 7 minus of minus 5 into I. So 6 minus 3, that is 3. Minus into minus, here plus. We write plus. So 7 plus 5, 12i. So 3 plus 12i. The next sum we are going to finding z1 into z2. Here we take z1 equal to 2 plus 3i. z2 is equal to 4 plus 7i. Then z1 into z2. We are going to find the product of two complex numbers. Here first we write 2 plus 3i, next we write 4 plus 7i. We are going to multiplying these two complex numbers. Okay, listen. First 2 into 4, that is we write 2 into 4. Next minus 3 into 7. How are you understand? Minus 3 into 7, because 3 into 7 we write, but I into I square. What is I square value? That is minus 1. So we write, we put minus symbol, and 3 into 7 is the real part. So we grouping the real parts. First we grouping the real parts. Next we taken out I. Next, the imaginary parts are, listen first, one imaginary part into one real part. 3 into 4, and one real part into one imaginary part. That is 2 into 7 plus 3 into 4. The answer is 8 minus 21. Next 14 plus 12. So the answer is minus 13 plus 26i. Here we are discussing the complex numbers. First we discussing addition, and next subtraction. Now here multiplication. Okay, today we discussing three parts. Okay, next class we are going to discuss the another one, divide. A complex number is, how do you divide the complex number? This is our next class. Okay, thank you.